Story 1. Am I the a-hole for not telling my roommates I am the landlord? I, 28, got a job when I was 17 and lived at home saving as much as I could until I was 26, at which point I bought a small apartment for myself with a small mortgage that I could afford whether I rented or not. It has 2 rooms, one is bigger with an in-suite and the other is a single. I didn't want to live alone for safety reasons, so I posted about getting a roommate them having the in-suite. I got lots of messages, but when people found out I was the landlord, they usually left the conversations. I was very upfront that I wanted clean, tidy, organized, quiet, non-drinking people, and my sister said that was probably sending a toxic message since I was also the landlord. So I stopped mentioning that, and very shortly after I found people. They're a really nice engaged couple, 29 and 28, and though I wouldn't say we are close best friends, but we are friendly, have dinner together sometimes, and the living situation has been really nice. The rent was on the cheaper side of average in our area. We split bills, streaming and internet, etc., but they did not know I was the landlord. I will fully admit I can be strict. I hate things being messy or disorganized or loud, and especially since I am the owner, I want things sorted quickly to avoid damages. So a few times I have scheduled checks to get things rolling. If they're being pushed aside and mentioned, I might have to complain if things weren't tidied up properly. Recently, the girl had some health issues and has been working less, which means they have been struggling on rent payments. Again, I don't need their money to pay off the mortgage, but have been using it to help give me some extra money. I decided to come clean and mentioned I would cut the rent payments fully until she got better and found stable work again. They were nice about it and took the deal until she got better. They then moved about last month and I went on the search for new roommates. They started trashing me to everyone they knew about how I lied about being the landlord, was a strict pain in the rear. Woman was trying to steal their money. In a cost of living crisis to pay off my debts, etc., word has gotten around and I've actually stopped taking inquiries. Some of my friends and family members are saying I was in a hole and should have been honest about it from the get-go. Others are saying I didn't owe them that information and ended up doing them a favor. I don't really know what to believe. Was I the a-hole? Story 2. Am I the a-hole for revealing my BF's real age to his college friends? I am 40 and my BF is turning 42 as well very soon. We've been a couple for almost a decade now, living together since right before COVID. When the pandemic hit, he lost his job and I kept us afloat with my own salary while he tried to get by until he decided to go back to college because he never got any degree after high school. We discussed it. I was okay with him not working in order to support his studies. At first, he really struggled with focusing and concentrating and almost gave up, but I noticed his improvements, encouraged him, and now he really is on a good track for excellent grades. Later this year, he will get this degree and has already some good ideas about what to do after. What really has been bugging me lately is the fact that for the past year he'd been going out with some friends he made at college. Literally dudes in their early 20s, young adults, while he is twice their age. Now, he can really pass for way younger than he is, and I guess they took him for a late 20-something. What initially started with I'm going out to study with them ended up him crashing at somebody's place drunk because they partied too hard. I know he is not cheating on me. I follow them on Instagram and I see what they do. Just guys being dudes, I guess. The problem is I need him functioning because we have stuff to do around the house and I rely on him since I am at the office all day. We don't have kids, but you know, commitments and errands like adults. When I confronted him about his behavior, he defended himself saying that he never got to experience the college life and he just wanted to have some fun. I was okay with it initially, but as the degree is approaching, they really are taking it too far. Now he is even talking about going for a vacation with them this summer. I was like, excuse me? Vacation with teenagers now? Maybe you should bring me for supporting you during all this mess. He said he would, but wanted to have one last shot at the college life he never had before parting ways forever with them. Eventually, I had enough, and I sent a message to one of the dudes saying if they can please leave him alone for a while, because apparently I have to step up and be the only adult. Besides, he clearly cannot keep up with them, and I am afraid this will affect his grades. He cannot go out as much as they do. He has responsibilities being almost 40 and stuff. Well, they distanced from him ever since. He was enraged when he found out, and I said I would have preferred if he did it himself, but apparently he was so enthralled by the college life that, for a moment, I really thought he self-convinced to be 20 again. He stopped speaking to me and said he wants to focus on his final exams. So am I the a-hole? And now the top comment by user Signal Permit 8940. This is tricky because your boyfriend shouldn't have lied about his age, but I personally think you messaging his college friends makes YTA. Mostly because you don't say what is slipping through the cracks because of his hanging out with them. It sounds more like you're jealous that he is having fun without you. I don't mean anything over the top by saying jealous, I just can't think of a better word for it. Story 3. Am I the a-hole for not paying my husband back for our daughter's purchase? I'm not necessarily a stay-at-home mum, but I do have our daughter every day while I watch 2 other children. They are all 4, so I still make money and pay half the bills. I was in the room with my daughter while she was playing a video game. I was folding laundry. I was paying more attention to my laundry, and my daughter went to the home screen and selected currency to purchase in a game. This was a $50 purchase. My husband's card is connected, so he was charged. He gets the notification instantly that his card was charged and comes in the room asking what happened. I didn't know, since I didn't see, and he explained the charge on his card and realized she made the purchase. He said it's fine, I'll just have to pay him back. I asked why, since it's also his child, and he agreed to let her play, and he didn't put pin protection on so that this wouldn't happen. He said you were the one watching her. I don't think I should have to pay him back for this incident since it was an accident and she's 4, and I wouldn't expect him to pay me back either if the roles were reversed. He's still expecting payment back though. So am I the a-hole for refusing to pay him back? Now, Op provided an update. He contacted the company and was able to get a refund since she didn't use the currency and he put a pin on it. I'd also like to say despite this interaction, we don't generally argue about finances. We both like the way we have it set up. It's worked for us for half a decade. We do split the bills of the house, but he also has a car payment for his vehicle that will be mine once it's paid off that I won't have to spend a dime on, and he'll get his next vehicle. He also pays for most of our vacations or trips out of town and when we go out to eat, etc. If he wants to make a large purchase over $300, he talks to me about it first. He's also a great dad and provider. He does a minimum of 50% of the house chores, but honestly usually more since he has OCD, and he does most of the cooking and meal planning. I'm not sure if an issue like this will come up again either since we have added pins to the device. And now the top comment by user Campfire Rensonifers. NTA. You and your partner should have locked down inappropriate websites, linked payments, the ability to make phone calls, etc. as soon as you gave any of your kids access to smart devices. There are tons of social media and news stories about kids ordering stuff accidentally. This is not a new phenomenon. In this case, it's your partner's device, so this one's mostly on him. Possible tiny YT a BC you didn't verify with him before giving your kid the device. Now we have reached the end of the video, so what do you guys think? Was either up the a-hole or not, and leave your answer in the comments. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as it would really help me out. Now go have a wonderful day.